Hey guys, today I am so excited to finally get to spew my love for Andor Season 2. Now, if you don't know, I am a massive fan of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. It is actually my favorite Star Wars movie. So, Andor Season 1, I was hooked pretty much from the start. And well, I do think it has its ups and downs. It really found its footing in those final few episodes, for sure. It's my favorite of the Star Wars shows. And I know, I love Mandalorian, I do. But something about Andor just really resonates with me, and I absolutely love it. So I was very excited to get screeners for all 12 episodes of season 2, you guys. And I watched them very quickly, just in 4 days, because I tried to do exactly what it's doing release-wise. And I think this is absolutely brilliant. So tomorrow, on April 22nd, they are going to release on Disney Plus the first 3 episodes, okay? That is 1 year. Now we know Andor is 5 years before Rogue One, so the whole first season was 1 year. And now we are going through these 4 years, rapid fire, right? Rapid fire. So tomorrow we are getting the next year, 4 years out from Rogue One, okay? Then on April 29th, the next week, we're getting 3 more episodes 4, 5, and 6, which are the next year. Then the week after that, May 6th, we are getting episodes 7, 8, and 9, which is 2 years before Rogue One. And then May 13th, we are getting the final episodes of Andor, episodes 10, 11, and 12. And those are that final year leading directly up to Rogue One. And I have to say, this blends seamlessly into Rogue One. It is done so well. I will say, I'm just going to jump forward real quick. These are no spoilers. Don't worry, I'm not putting any spoilers in here at all. But what I'm going to tell you is that the final shot, first of all, there's like kind of a montagey thing at the end of the final episode, which makes sense because, again, we're leading into, this is it for Andor, and we are leading into Rogue One. So it's crazy. You see certain characters, you see a setup for what is to come. And because Rogue One will literally make me bawl my eyes out every single time I watch it, it was a very emotional last probably 2-3 minutes of the finale, especially knowing what's coming. If you guys haven't seen Rogue One, honestly, I say just freaking wait and watch it immediately following the Andor finale, or at least like the next day, and your minds are going to be blown. So if you haven't seen it yet, just wait, but just know it is emotional. My God, it's one of my favorites. I've watched it many times. Watching this made me be like, I can't wait to watch Rogue One again. I'm absolutely checking it out again very soon. But the very final shot. There's this final shot. I kid you not, I wish I was recording my reaction. I didn't record my reaction for these. I just didn't have time. I knew I wouldn't have time to edit, but I wish I did, because when I tell you I was laying down on the couch and something happens, and you'll know exactly what it is when you get to this moment on May 13th. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I did this, and I leaned forward, and I sat with my hands over my mouth like this, with my eyes welling up. I was already tearing up, but it was like they started to stream, and I just was like this for the full like 30 seconds or so of the final shot. And I was like, I had literal chills. My whole body was like, I was like, what is happening here? I'm not going to be able to talk about it. I am going to do a live stream probably on May 14th. So if you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell, be sure to do so, because I'm going to have to talk about it. And I'm going to go all full spoilers that day, because I don't know what this means. This could mean so many things. It could mean nothing. It could mean something. There's a lot happening. Okay, but now that's the finale. Now let's talk about the season as a whole. Now, like I said, I do feel like the first season had its ups and downs, especially early on. Don't get me wrong, I freaking love it. I think it's perfect. This is perfect. This season 2 is pure perfection. Spending 3 episodes in 1 year is brilliant, okay? It allows things to move at a quickish pace. You know that, okay, this is 1 year. We are going to go through the events of this year, what is happening on all sides of things, okay? With ISB, we're talking with Cassian and the rebellion. Like, you know, Luthen, you know that, like, okay, this is what is happening, and then it jumps forward a year. It's perfect. It's brilliant. It's so smart. It really helps with the storytelling, and it really helps, I think, the audience to know where we are and what's happening. And it kind of sets a clock and a countdown, especially because most of us know what happens in Rogue One. Like, there is some stuff going on, and we need to know how it got there. And we do get that, and we get it so well. Now, of course, there's a lot of surprise people showing up that I can't talk about, but several are very, very exciting. I will say, I thought there was literally no way that I could love K2SO any more than I already did. He is my favorite droid. I don't care. I love him. I love Chopper. Chopper's sassy, and that's what I love about Chopper. But I love K2SO. I don't know. He's hilarious. He cracks me up. The things that come out of that droid's mouth are hilarious. And I thought there is no world where I could love this droid anymore. And then the finale of the season happened. And now we do get him a couple of episodes before that. You get some time with K2SO. He has some great lines. He has some great one-liners, per usual. But my goodness, the things that he does and the things that he says in that final episode, I was cracking up. I was like, I love this droid so much. I wish I had a real K2SO in my life because he is so funny. He's so matter of fact. He's hilarious. He cracks me up. So didn't think I could love him anymore. Yet here we are. I love him even more. Also, Ben Mendelsohn. Now, he's not in this a lot, which is fine. That's perfect. That makes sense. He reprises his role of Krennic. Of course, we see him. There is one scene in particular. I think it's in the second to last episode. It literally sent chills down my spine. It is in the second to last episode because it's in the recap of previously on in the finale. And I watched it. It's the beginning of that. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you get to that. But he just fully my whole body was like, oh my God, he's so good. Ben Mendelsohn is fantastic. He's an incredible actor. I think in everything that he's been in the Marvel universe, everywhere, he's amazing. He's incredible. But my gosh, his role as Krennic has got to be my favorite role of his. He's so incredible. He's so phenomenal. He really fully embodies that. And oh man, what he does in the second to last episode, man. It's so good. But this whole thing is great. Like Skarsgård there as Luthen. I couldn't think of his name for a minute. He's incredible. Of course, he's a major part of this. It really is him. I would say him and Diego Luna's Cassian are like the main characters. Of course, Mon Mothma, of course, is as well. But I would really say those two are really, really, truly at the center of Andor, and they're both so phenomenal throughout this season. You really get to see the rebellion building. You get to see what the Empire is doing to really push the rebellion into the turmoil, into where they got, you see them just pushing them further and further and further. It's like poking. It's like a little kid that's just poking and poking and poking and poking. But especially that final year block. Again, I know you guys have to wait a little while. It comes out on May 13th. But that's probably my favorite. But they're all so good. They each have their own thing going. They're really, truly, the first two are, again, you're kind of seeing how we're going to get there. How this is going to happen. And it's really done extremely well. Of course, we have, and I will forever not pronounce his name right, even though I hear him over and over and over, but Civil. Remember he had the mom in the last one, and he was like kind of like a desk worker, and he's a major part of this as well, especially the beginning. There's a lot of stuff going on Gorham, which I will not give details about, but there's some great stuff happening. And that storyline is so intriguing to me, so captivating. I truly felt like every single character has their moment where I'm just like, man, and I'm like leaning forward and I'm fully invested in what they're saying, taking it all in, really figuring out how this is leading up to Rogue One. It's so seamless. It blends perfectly. It really feels like, yeah, okay, they had this completely in mind before they made Rogue One, which is not true. There's no way they had all of these exact plot points lined out. They might have had some kind of like, okay, well, we're figuring his Cassian's backstory a little bit, but nothing like this. Bix is so good this season as well. Absolutely incredible. Going through it. There's lots of great stuff with that character that I really can't talk about, but especially that character and Cassian that just, it like is in my core. I don't know. There's so much I could talk about. There's so much that it feels like spoiler territory that I can't talk about, but I will say this season is thrilling, exciting, captivating. Even in its subtle moments, I was so intrigued as to where this is going. Even though I know where it's going, I guess the how it's going to end up there. Really, I'm like waiting for certain words to be mentioned, certain characters to be mentioned, certain things to happen, and it really all is there. It's so beautifully done, so well done. I absolutely loved it. I truly, like I said, that final little montage, but then the final shot really had me shook, had me absolutely shook in a way that I'm going to have to come talk to you guys about on May 14th after it's out. You guys let me know if you're excited for Andor season 2. Let me know in the comments. I mean, it was perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. I would love to see them take some other characters from Rogue One and do this kind of, whether it's just one season. It could even be kind of like this season was, in that you have like the 4 years before. Obviously, Jyn, we kind of get some stuff for her. Jyn Erso, we got a little bit in Rogue One. And K2SO is obviously linked to Cassian. But some others, I would really just love to see the background and just see how this came together, because Rogue One, again, is a masterpiece. If you ask me, it's perfect. It's my favorite Star Wars film, and I think it always will be. I'm not sure anything will ever top it for me. There's something about it, something about the messaging and the way it's done, and just sometimes it's, when you don't get a happy ending, it really hits you harder. And I really, truly love that film, and I love what Andor has done to, I would say accentuate it, to just raise it. It made it even better in my mind, which, like, I love that movie. It was already perfect. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, but you guys can go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I am going to go live to talk about Andor. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it the day after. So you guys know, watch all 3 episodes on May 13th. And on May 14th, at some point during the day, can't tell you when it's going to happen because it depends on what my schedule looks like that day. I'm going to go live and we're going to talk about it, because there is so much that you guys are going to want to talk about. I know you are. I promise you're going to be chomping at the bit to have this conversation, and we're going to have it then. So I'm very, very excited because I need to talk to somebody about it. I'm going absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I literally just finished watching this last night. And again, I'm recording this well before you're seeing it. But yeah, the first 3 episodes of Andor are out tomorrow, April 22nd on Disney Plus. It is the 4th year, 4 years before Rogue One. And, gosh, I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I really do. You guys can check me out over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, mamasgeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.